Hey everyone, it's Graham here with another White Coat Webisode. Really excited to talk to you today about something that I just don't think we talk enough about, which is how do I actually make digital marketing, the internet, all of this modern stuff, how do I actually make it work for me? Some of this is going to sound simple. It's going to sound much more like just a general business plan, but I promise it all does make sense. The first thing is have a goal in mind. What are you trying to get out of your digital marketing? Is it more money? Is it more foot traffic through your doors? Is it a better reputation? What is your goal? Is it some combination of the three? Really understand what it is you want. If it's more patients, is that 100% of your patient load coming from the internet, or is that 20% of your patient load coming from the internet? Is any part of your referral strategy online as well? Really understanding what your goals and what your strategy is for your digital marketing is really going to help you make sure that this is or is not working for you. Once you have those goals, you can define some KPIs or key performance indicators, things that help you understand if you are reaching your goals. So, things like profit, things like number of leads, things like number of visitors to your website. These things are going to help you measure how far you are along on your journey to meet your goals. From there, it's process and people. Build a process, put people in place to fulfill that process, and then rinse, wash, repeat. Keep going, keep looking at your process, refine your process as necessary, but really make sure that you have a goal in mind and clearly define steps along the route to help you meet that goal. So, what would an example of this be? Maybe I'm a primary care physician. Maybe I know that a lot of my business comes from either referrals or people looking for, like a first point of contact, your physical. What would I do? Well, I'll tell you what I would say. All right, over the next 5 years, I know that more of my business needs to come from the internet than comes from my traditional referral base or my local referral base. How do I go about doing that? Well, first things first, let's get a website. We want to make sure that you have a website. That website is going to help people find you. It's going to help people know what you do, and it's going to help people make an appointment. The second thing is make sure that you have a Google My Business page. That Google My Business page is one of the first places people go when they actually do want to learn more about you, look at your reviews, and then come and find you. Once we have your website and your Google My Business page made, it might be time to start filling out some other doctor-based websites like a ZocDoc or any of those other listings platforms for physicians. Make sure that you have those profiles built out. You might go ahead and you might build out some social media. My last webisode was about social media. I'm not a big fan of it. That being said, you definitely want to have a profile so that people can at least find you, at least find your information and come in and see you. It doesn't have to be super robust. And then again, ask yourself, how aggressive do I need to be? If my goal is to have, let's say in the next 2 years, 50% of my patients coming from the internet, then I would want a really robust SEO strategy, and I might possibly invest in some ads as well. Ads would be more short term. SEO can be more of a mid to a long term strategy. But that's where I want to put a whole lot of my resources because over the course of the next 2 years, I want fewer patients coming from the traditional channels and more of them coming from the internet. So how do I achieve that? I need to switch or transition the resources that I have on my traditional marketing to my digital marketing. You can also, of course, hire an agency. We'd certainly be happy to help. If you aren't going to hire an agency, build out that process. I think a great process is something like once a day, come up with one post, write one piece of content, and have one thing to say, either to a reviewer or somebody in your network that you want to comment on. Just spend a little bit of time, again, 30 minutes a day is plenty, where you interact with your community online, as well as building out more content, more resources for you and for your own website, for your own platform, so that when people find you, they have more to read, more to understand, and you're making a more compelling case for people to come and see you. Over time, if you invest energy, you invest time, you invest money into your digital marketing, you can really change how you're attracting and keeping your patients.